Hello and welcome to the 194th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
Jordan!
What up?
Make sure you remind the people.
Oh, I got my nipple in that a little bit. Just slightly, a little fingy. Little fingy got in there.
I'm excited. I'm hyped up.
Well, now I am too. So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, YouTube Music, because Google Podcast doesn't exist, and Spotify, Pocket Cast, RSS Feed, all linked below. You have Instagram, TikTok, you can find us there. TikTok's kind of around now, even though we still haven't
I don't
posted
think you
anything.
can download it anymore, but it's
No.
still available. It
Yeah.
still very much works.
Delisted, but the website works, and if you have the app, you're good. But, yeah, and then contact us via email, synapsemisfire at pm.me, send your comments, questions, concerns, death threats, low kitty bid city stuff. That's about it.
Yeah!
Chris, what you been up to?
Jordan.
What?
Jordan. Firstly, in an unsurprising turn of events for me, I'm playing 7 Days to Die again. Not going to talk about it because it's the same. Go back to the last time I talked about it. Same shit. So, what I've also been trying to do for a while, I've been trying to work out getting stuff to build a new computer.
Yeah, but I remember you saying that.
And Thursday morning, the
50s.
RTX5080s, the orders for them went open. They dropped. 9 a.m. Thursday morning. Okay. I was finger on the pulse, man. I was on that shit because I was like, I'm going to get in here, grab one, and get out. And then 8:59:59, I clicked the thing to see my options. And the website crashed. And I went to a different website, and the website crashed. And then I almost had one on Best Buy, but then they said you need an account to add this to your cart. So I'm like, all right, let me make an account, even though I have zero faith that they're still going to be available after I do this. And then they wouldn't let me make an account. It would go through creation, and then it would go, you need to verify your account. Tell us the code that we text you. And they never texted me a code.
It's probably because the website was all
And
screwed
they
up.
never emailed me one either.
Damn.
So, I just want to make the public declaration. I'm not going to say anything explicit. I'm just going to say that if you were buying one for you, great, congratulations.
Happy for you.
Congratulations. I'm glad you were able to get one. I was not so lucky. But if you were buying them to scalp, I hope you meet an unfortunate end very quickly. I hope, if, for example, you were trying to cross the street and a bus driver wasn't looking and hit you and you splayed your guts all over the street and then everyone laughed at you as you died because you couldn't see over the pile of RTX5080s you had. And then I found out I would smile.
Yeah, the best part of that story would be when you found out that the bus driver was looking at his phone on BestBuy.com
Trying to get a 5080.
Yeah, good news, Chris, is if you go on eBay, I have one here for you for $1,750.
See, this is the guy that I hope gets splayed out all over the fucking street. I think scalpers need to get a job.
Yeah, I just saw one for $9.99. I was like, oh, it's not terrible. It's a bid. That's a bid.
Scalpers, get a fucking job.
Or
How
get
about
laid.
that?
One or the other. Come on.
Just, you know what? I'm just trying to get one for me. I couldn't even get a damn 4080 if I wanted to. You know what? At this point, I'm going to do one of two things. Because I'm not in a rush here.
Fair.
So I might bide my time and see if I can get one of the new AMD cards when they drop. Or if they take too long to drop, I'll just get a 7900 XTX for now.
Yeah.
Because those, you can get those all day.
Yeah.
All day for $800. All day, anytime you want, 24/7. Add it to the cart, ship it to your house.
Next day delivery.
Put it in your computer.
Yeah.
I can't get a 4080. I can't get a 3080. I probably couldn't even get a 2080 if I wanted one right now.
Yeah.
I think scalpers, crypto people, AI people, I just think it would be real funny and real interesting, and I would get a kick out of it if, you died in an automobile accident.
Fair. I just think we need to have a way of not doing everything online sometimes. Like, because everyone just bots it and scalps it, but, like, you still get that with, like, Best Buy. If you look, people, like, camped outside Best Buy and shit like that. But, like, if you just took that same stock that was online, the hundreds of cards, and put those in store and limited it to one per customer, no exceptions, like, with photo ID, this wouldn't be a problem.
Well, that's the thing is, there's a two-pronged problem here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit.
Because they're getting the money.
Because they're getting the money irrespective of what the fucking person does with the card afterwards.
Which is also probably why they're not fucking improving the cards very much.
And there's no, AMD isn't putting up enough of a fight to be legitimate competition. So they can do whatever the fuck they want, and they can limit their run however they want, and they can improve the card as little as they want. And until AMD has the, capability to be like a real competitor for them.
So who do you have more faith in to do so? Do you have it in AMD Radeon or do you have it in Intel Arc?
Not fucking Intel, for sure. Intel, I think, they've fucked up the past couple of CPU generations they've done. Yeah. And that's their thing.
They've been doing good with the GPUs, though, on the Arc side so far. Their target is the low end. They don't make the 4080s of the world.
That's the thing, is, they're targeting way lower than I want to go.
Yo, of course. But there's room for growth there. If they can somehow keep that same energy, because their low-end cards are actually pretty freaking good value propositions. So if
Intel shits out a 5080 killer for the similar price, I don't know. I'll give it a swing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I want AMD to do something.
I have more faith in AMD, but we'll see what their new cards, kind of entail, because I don't know.
Yeah. I hate NVIDIA. I used to be so Team Green, bro. I used to be like, this company's great. Well, and then after the 10 series, they've just been dog.
My problem, honestly, is that PC gaming got too popular.
It is, yeah. No.
I miss when I got into this shit 10 or 11 years ago, when it was only weird nerds were doing it, and people still thought if you could build a computer, you were some kind of fucking wizard.
Yeah.
And now everyone knows that it's easy. Yeah. And
surprisingly accessible.
And now there's a range of hardware, and there's stuff that used to be expensive is a lot cheaper now. It's just too popular, I think. I think we need to make PC gaming weird again. We need to make it that weird kid is on his PC. We need that again. We need more people to be on console just existing on their console.
Yeah.
We need less people on PC.
Yeah. See, this exact logic that you just said is why last night when I was at D&D, I was talking to my brother about this. I am hoping, as much as I love the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally and all that stuff and the whole Windows and Steam OS handhelds, as much as I love those, if Sony drops a PSP 2 or Vita 2 or whatever, that simply put just plays PS5 games. Just any game that's on the PS5, it will just play at a respective, even 30 FPS locked. It's guaranteed to work. I will jump ship back there, because it is to the point where thinking about hardware upgrades and stuff, it used to just be man, I gotta save up for a new GPU. Now it's not only do I have to save up, but I have to hope and pray and beg I can even obtain one.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
It's I'm employed. Okay, I don't have fucking time. I don't have the time, or frankly the energy, or the want to camp outside a Micro Center.
No. That sounds miserable, especially in this side of the country.
I'm not gonna camp outside a Micro Center In January in New England.
It was 3 degrees the other day.
It's
like,
I could do that. I could do that and freeze to death.
arguably a better outcome.
And then probably not even fucking get a 5080.
I'll get you one for your funeral.
And I wasted all my goddamn time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think we need real competition. And you know what? This is my soft launch for my 2028 presidential campaign. I will not be old enough to run for president, but I'm going to try anyway. And my entire platform is amending the Constitution, because I think we could bring the country together on this. We could get all the votes we need for a constitutional amendment to ban scalping.
Yeah,
It's going to be against the Constitution.
Yeah.
It's going to be not even a statute. It's going to be an amendment.
Right.
Because I feel like most people hate these fucking bottom-feeding leeches.
I don't think there's anyone who particularly likes them, besides maybe the GPU companies.
Yeah. I think Nvidia likes these fucking whales, but like I don't think anyone else likes them.
Yeah.
Fucking rat-like people. I hate them. I hate them, Jordan.
Yeah, that's I can't stand them. Like, for a little while I kind of made peace with it. Like after the whole PS5 thing, when that was still hard to get, and it's still not as easy as like the PS4 was, but it's fairly easy to go grab a PS5 now. But when that was hard to get, after I got mine, I kind of made my peace of like, you know what, like they're grinding, they're on the hustle, and I was like, no, you know what, they're just like you said, little fucking leeches, just sucking on society, just absolute losers, making everyone else miserable to make a quick buck.
Yes.
And granted, part of this is because of the people who buy from scalpers. If that didn't happen, if there was no market to scalp, then...
Yeah, if you buy from scalpers, if I catch you buying a scalped 5080, you're a bitch, man. You're a punk. You're a punk, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything. Because if I say something recorded, it might be legally actionable if something happens.
And you could probably kick Chris's ass.
And I'm not a fighter. I'm big, but like I'm a pushover. I have no upper body strength. I'm just gonna laugh at you and I'm gonna disrespect you. And you know what? I'm gonna give you one of these. A resounding thumbs down.
Run away. Hit him with one of these.
Watch this. One. Bam! Both. Dual thumbs down. Disapproving look.
Yeah. I'm gonna cross my arms.
Yeah. I might even hands on my hips.
No, you got kicked the ground too. Just kind of hit one of the like, damn. Like you just lost the football game.
I lost the big game.
Yeah.
I lost the game, coach. And then that's when they have you can do this. You're special. You're the best player on this damn team. You're right, coach.
I do got that.
I do have it. Let's get ready for the big game.
And then the kid gets tackled once and becomes paralyzed from the waist down.
Once and his spine detaches from his brain. He gets tackled
and just hear
by a 400-pound super senior, and his body goes this way and his head goes that way.
Oh my god.
My god.
Anything else interesting besides the 50 series woes?
Not really. I'll be honest. Not really. I've been looking at some vehicles. I'm not going to get something to replace my car, but I'm getting something to replace that Hummer, man.
Is the Hummer outside? Was it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah.
Are you selling the Hummer completely?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna? Yeah, you're not keeping both. That makes sense. The Hummer was served its purpose. Not very well.
The Hummer fucking sucks, dude. It fucking sucks to drive.
Yeah.
If any Hummer H3 owners out there know what I'm talking about, you can't see a goddamn thing out of that truck.
Yeah. It's like you're in a cereal box.
You can't see fucking shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
It's a windshield real tiny. The window's real tiny. And you go and you look, it's a blind spot. And you go to check your blind spot, and there's a pillar there.
Yeah. Boy, it's cool looking.
No matter how you adjust your mirror, you can't see a goddamn thing out of the back of that truck either.
No.
I could see better out of the rear view of my Suburban than I could out of that fucking Hummer. When the Suburban, the rear glass was 20 feet away from me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm just a hateful, vengeful spirit today.
That's fair. What are you going to look at?
I'll be honest. We're gonna look at a FJ Cruiser.
Hell yeah.
Which I've never. I like FJ Cruisers. But I've never driven one or been in one. So we'll see how that goes.
What year?
I don't remember. I don't remember. And there's some Tahoes and stuff we're gonna look at.
Yeah, Tahoe would be nice.
Cause my Suburban was nice, and having that Suburban, the one time I had it packed with 8 passengers was like euphoric.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, yes, I'm finally using this vehicle to its fullest capacity.
That's how I felt with my Explorer. Remember when we all went to McDonald's and we just had people loaded up?
Yeah, man.
That was nice.
The same thing. We all went to Sonic. Everyone piled into the Suburban.
That's a good time.
Yeah, that was fun as hell. And I want a vehicle like that again, so that way if we go on a trip again, we don't have to rent a vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I have a Honda Accord coupe, and you also have a coupe. And 2 coupes, this is good for, like, if Jordan and I went somewhere.
Yeah.
But the second we bring, say, a third person.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
It's tough.
What if we cut the front end off one of our cars and the back end off the other? Or I guess technically just the front end of both. And we take the back of one and the front of the other, smush them together, and then we get one coupe. And then we take the other one and we put the ass end against the ass end, and we build a backwards coupe. And we have like a mismatch of like red, black, different ass ends. And we just have one really long coupe.
I don't think it's a coupe anymore then.
We'll take the doors off the back. I always only got front doors.
It's only got 2 doors.
You gotta crawl through like a little hole in the back.
It's like what we'll do is we'll weld all the doors together so they're really long.
We swing them open. It's like wings, dude. A 40-foot wingspan.
And then there's like fucking 8 seats there.
Yeah. See, the thing is too.
4 rows.
Your
of
car
seats.
has pretty big doors, but for some reason the Cobalt has like massive doors. Just absolute swingers on that thing, dude.
Them things are swanging, man.
Dude, they are. Like, you genuinely, if you open the door, you can feel the suspension drop on that end a little. If you open it all the way. Like, you feel it start to lean. Like, god damn.
Yeah, no, the doors on like, especially coupes that are built like the Accord or the Cobalt, the doors are fucking substantial. They're huge.
Yeah. And they always open out at, like, almost a 90.
Yeah.
So it's like you can just straight up have like a 25-foot width.
I gotta use my whole. I got a nearly 6.5-foot wingspan. I gotta to lean. It was like a trick that they would do in those when they first started rolling out 3D into movies. Where they would reach at the screen.
Yeah.
So
you could see the
that's kind of
fingers.
what I did there. Boom.
Yeah, you gotta reach.
Every 3D movie in like 2007.
Jesus, 3D movies. They were entertaining.
What's the last time you saw a 3D movie?
Might have been like a Jurassic Park rerun or something in 3D.
I feel like the last thing I saw in 3D might have been the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I never saw that one. I think mine was a Jurassic World movie or a Jurassic Park rerun or something. I know we went to a dinosaur museum at one point, and they had like a 4D movie actually, a 3D glasses, and then they sprayed your ass with water and shit.
Yeah, there was a
Those
3D
cool.
or 4D Shrek experience when I went to Universal.
What was that shit? Stank. That shit must stank, bro.
Yeah, sure.
You're in a swamp, dude.
Yeah. No, they like spritz you with water a couple of times, but I stole. You're supposed to return them, but I stole the Shrek 3D glasses.
Yo, don't say that. Don't say that. Disney's gonna be pissed. Daniel Disney's gonna show up.
Daniel Disney, fucking Umar Universal's gonna come after me. Yeah, I stole the fucking Shrek glasses because they were themed. Or they were green 3D glasses. And
that's fair.
Instead of like folding like glasses, they were like, it was like a headband you'd put on and it would wrap around your skull.
Aren't they? I know they had Shrek the Final Chapter or whatever it was. Aren't they making a new one? I heard.
Yes. They're making a 58th Shrek movie?
I think it's the 5th, technically. Like 5th actual main
God
one.
damn.
Because they had Shrek the 3rd, and I think they had Shrek the Final Chapter, which was 4.
Okay, yeah. So they're doing Shrek 5, I know that.
Yeah,
they're doing a new Despicable Me, I know that. They're doing another Kung Fu Panda.
See, but that, like, I don't know. I kind of get it. Jack Black's more relevant now than, like, ever, honestly.
Dude, he's busy doing the Minecraft movie, man.
Yeah, he's been like really relevant with this generation. Like, I feel like when we were kids, he was pretty relevant. And then in between, like that, there's that dead zone where I feel like kids who are like 17 now are kind of just like, meh, Jack Black. But anyone who's younger now, like 12-year-olds, are like, fucking Jack Black, bro. He was Bowser. He was in the Minecraft movie. Like, I feel like he's resurging.
Look, Jack Black is, I think he's contractually bound to be in, he's contractually bound to only be in real shitters. Like, stuff that on paper should be a real shitter. Like, the Mario movie was actually halfway decent.
That was really good, yeah.
But, like, on paper, that should have been a real shit-ass movie.
I'm just saying.
The Minecraft movie, if that movie ends up good, I'll cut off my dick on live television. If that movie ends up being like an Oppenheimer type movie, I will cut off my dick on fucking Channel 5 News, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I'll go on CNN or Fox News. I'll go, attention everyone.
The Minecraft movie is really good.
The Minecraft movie is really good. And then I'll put my dick in a guillotine.
A little mini guillotine.
a little guillotine.
I'm there with like an executioner's mask.
That's my promise to the American people.
That's also part of the presidential
That's part
campaign.
of my presidential campaign. I'll do that as my inauguration speech.
Don't need it.
My fellow Americans, it's an honor to be standing here, but unfortunately, I made a promise to the American people back in 2025 that if the Minecraft movie was good, I would use an opportunity I got to get on live television and chop my penis off. So I'm going to have to do that for you now.
So anyway,
roll out the guillotine. The penatine.
the guillotine.
Damn.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's kind of wild. I don't know. I feel like Jack Black's really getting popular again, though. So.
Yeah.
That movie will be interesting. I hope you know it made it into my budget. I did my budget for the next few months, and I have a section.
You were able to squeak that one in.
I got a section that for April that says Minecraft movie.
Listen, Jordan, I'll be honest. If you weren't able to squeeze that into the budget, I would have paid for our Minecraft movie adventure because we have to see that fucking movie.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah,
we have to see that movie.
Man.
Five Nights at Freddy's was like a banger. I don't think there's anyone gonna be taking the fucking Minecraft movie serious.
I think it's gonna be a bunch of shitter kids.
No one took even the kids that were there to see it. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yeah. No one took that shit serious.
Yeah, that's fair.
The amount of people in that theater who are gonna be just going like, I am placing blocks in shit because I've been fucking Minecraft. The amount of people are gonna be doing shit like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Like, I have a feeling there's gonna be a hootenanny going on in there.
Cause we saw so many fucking when we saw Five Nights at Freddy's, there was a ton of people just go like horror, 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 horror.
Every time,
or like shit like that. And like Freddy Fazbear.
That's the guy.
Horror, horror.
Yeah, I wish they did a reveal at the end where in the costume was Jack Black.
It was Jack Black in this CGI costume. Yeah. It's CGI Jack Black.
Dude, the costume's real, but yeah, it's CGI Jack Black. That'd be wild. Dude. And it's like really shitty. It's like PS2 graphics, like low poly count.
It looks like Dude, I rewatched the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man recently, and I'm picturing it as that freaky 2002 era CGI.
Yeah.
Where that movie, there are scenes in that movie that do legitimately look like a fucking PS2 game.
Yeah, my favorite part's when the people turn to skeletons after the Green Goblin throws the bomb, and they just go, "Ah!" and the skeletons fall.
I remembered that those guys died, but I forgot that they got instantly turned into skeletons, and I screamed when that happened. I was howling.
Yeah, that's like a banger.
Because I forgot that shit happened, because I remembered, out am I? But I forgot that they get instantly vaporized into PS2 skeletons.
They looked like they were from Medieval, that game on the PS2. And they just, the way they're just like, they're sitting there and all of a sudden the bomb goes off and they just go, and fall over.
They turn into fucking Minecraft skeletons.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie's so good though. The Sam Raimi movies are really good.
That movie's a lot of fun.
It's so funny going from that movie to the Andrew Garfield movies, like with the whole Uncle Ben thing, where like the bulk of Tobey Maguire's movies' emotional scenes is when Uncle Ben dies. He's like, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. And then when he goes bully Maguire mode and he's just like, he's just pissed and then he's trying to hunt down the guy. And then he does the fucking, after he catches him or whatever. Because he thinks that it was Sandman. Like, there's not a whole lot of depth to him, like in that specific instance. But like, I rewatched the Amazing Spider-Man 1 scene where Uncle Ben confronts Peter for being like not accountable and not walking Aunt May home, and like the emotion in that scene when he's like, how dare I, and he smashes the door and shit. That scene's so good. I fucking love the Andrew movies, man. I pray that Sony does one thing before I die, and that's make a third Andrew movie. Even if it's garbage, I'll be there day one.
The fucking Tobey Maguire ones are so silly.
They're good movies, man. They're a good time.
So silly, like in the best sort of way.
Yeah. I wish I was one of those unemployed scalpers, because it was like, I don't know, 8-9 months ago, they did at an AMC like way, I think west of us. They did a showing of all the Tobey movies in theater, back to back to back. I'm like, I would have went there,
bro. That would have been hard.
It was like $100, I think, and you would sit there and you'd watch 3 movies with obviously an intermission in between, and it was Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I was like, I will be there.
To be there and see Godspeed, Spider-Man. Oh, on the big screen?
Yeah, it's crazy how Willem Dafoe is like so iconic from that time, and he's literally in the first movie and dies, and then he shows up as like a vision in the second one. Like,
yeah, but fast forward to the PlayStation games. Fucking Norman Osborn is almost Willem Dafoe in those games too,
and the PS4 one, and and the Insomniacs.
Because every time he showed up when playing Spider-Man, I was like, oh shit, almost Willem Dafoe is here.
What Timu Willem Dafoe?
Fucking Willem Defriend is here.
Yeah, I like their interpretation of him. Hopefully the third game capitalizes.
And also, fucking J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson is a.
Yeah, he's good. Fucking so iconic.
The fuck. How dare you make such an accusation? Slander is spoken. It's libel when it's written.
Yeah, he has some banger lines in that. Yeah, he's man, the Tobey movies are good. I like them. I still want to get them on the PSP. I only have the second one. So. I'm going to do my own little Spidey movie night with the PSP version.
PSP, you're going to be holding the PSP, kicking your feet in the air.
A little bit of popcorn.
Giggling and kicking your feet.
I got popcorn
in a
and soda.
dark room with popcorn. Lexi walks in and is like, what is going on? What the fuck are you doing in here?
She's like, I'm leaving.
She's like, I'm leaving. I'm taking the guinea pig.
I picture this really dark scene where she's like, hey, we missed the mortgage payment again. The bank is at the door.
Just in Spider-Man feety pajamas.
They're not the right size.
Very clearly like toddler-sized pajamas. Like, you're scrunching your body in to like even squeeze into them. And if you move, you'll pop all the stitches.
Yeah, I'm just fucking watching it. Yeah.
Or she comes in and you have the Spider-Man costume on and you pull the mask down and go, Spider-Man would never be late on his rent payment. You jump out the window.
I jump out the window and I break my leg. And I'm like, ah!
Oh, fuck!
Spider-Man can't get hurt. And I'm crawling away down the street.
Spider-Man, it's not hurt. Your leg is in 2 different directions.
Oh, my God.
I'll just fix that up.
Put some web on it. I put like silly string on it.
Good as new.
I'm just gonna not put a lot of weight on it. I stand up and fall.
I just can't put any weight on it. If I just have to. I'll be fine. There's bones sticking out.
Oh my God! My leg actually at one point just goes, and the bottom half pops off. I'm like, oh no.
Oh shit! I could just web that back on. We'll be fine.
That's fucking wild. Man, I've replayed all the Spider-Man games. You know that?
Every single one?
The B-Knots ones, specifically the Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows, and oh my God, Edge of Time. And man, they're interesting. Edge of Time, where Peter just dies in the beginning, is very fun. That game is interesting. The way they told the stories back then, like Shattered Dimensions, was weird. It was like just a bunch of comic book panels basically, and that game was linear, but like pretty open levels, interesting art style and shit. And it was cool. You had the 4 Spider-Men, but Edge of Time was a little more serious. But like, I don't know. It's interesting just seeing how Spider-Man as an IP was different. Like they did way cooler, different stuff.
Right,
you know?
right. I still what I will say in playing Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 and then watching the Maguire Spider-Man, the first one. He is so much less of a fucking Boy Scout in that movie than he is in the game. The game, he was pissing me off.
When he had the symbiote, or just in general?
No, the game, he was just pissing me off. Where he was like, oh, I gotta make sure these villains don't die. I gotta make sure that my villains don't die. Fuck you, dude. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm sick of these Boy Scout ass superheroes, man.
That's fair.
This 1950s ass hospitality. You could punch a guy in half, Peter. You know that?
Yeah.
You could web this guy to 2 different cars and have his arms come off.
You can catch cars, bro. And you can grab them and catch them as they fall.
You could meet Honda Civic to face with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was annoying. I also don't like that in the story.
But it's super hammed up in the games.
Yeah.
I don't know how the most recent movies are. I haven't seen them. But, like, it's super hammed up in the games where he's like, well, I gotta be this good guy, this good person. And in the Maguire movie, he's just trying to figure this shit out.
That's how the Tom Holland ones are.
Fuck, I don't know. I got webs now. I don't know what the deal with that is. Fuck, let me, I don't know. Hey, this guy died. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I don't like how in the Insomniac games, though, in Spider-Man 2, spoiler alert, that, like, Craven killed, like, all of the OG Rhodes Gallery. Like, that's kind of annoying.
I also think, if the scene, the fucking Godspeed Spider-Man, if that happened in the fucking Insomniac games, Spider-Man would have seen the glider coming and then going, oh, and then taken it to the chest and died. So just to save the Green Goblin.
Yeah, I've always said this since day one.
Asshole.
I think I've talked about it on this podcast.
I hate him, bro.
The only thing I think Insomniac doesn't do well is the spider sense. That's the only thing I don't think they do well.
Yeah, his spider sense for some reason wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, because like I made peace with the first game where the bombs go off and kill Jefferson because someone made a point of how in the comics it's possible to overstimulate him with too many things, and in that scene they do that. He's kind of like, huh? How did
the fuck did you not spider sense Craven putting a knife in your ribs, man?
That pissed me off. And then
you're Spider-Man, you get stabbed to death.
What pissed me off is he doesn't predict getting stabbed, right, at point blank range. But canonically, he's not supposed to be able to spider sense venom, and he does in the game, which is just bizarre to me. Because the whole point of the symbiote is because it bonded with him, it's not considered a threat. And even if it's attacking him, he can't sense it. That's like the original interpretation of Venom is this was why he was threatening. It wasn't anything to do with how massive and fucking alien-esque he is. It was simply, yes, this is Spider-Man, his equivalent, but he can't be detected either.
Right.
That was like the bigger threat. And they just did away with that. But yeah, he couldn't, he got shivved in an alley and was like,
I honestly liked Black Suit Spider-Man so much more than regular Spider-Man. Where he was getting, the suit was talking to him, it was like, kill Kraven, kill him. And I was like, yeah, why the fuck not?
No, that shit was cool. Like, I will say, that shit was cool the way the suit talked and shit.
When Kraven got fucking munched by Venom, I cheered. Yeah. Fuck Kraven, man.
I thought it was a really...
Kraven's a bitch, man.
I thought it was a really cool way to show, like you're building it up like Kraven's this big bad hunter, and then Venom shows up, and you're like, oh, another villain, and he's just like, suck his insides out. We're done. Like, it goes to show the real power of Venom comparative to fucking Kraven. Like, did that shit without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
So.
I just think we need a revitalization of Spider-Man. We need him to be a little bit evil.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of evil in him.
Yeah.
Fuck the Uncle Ben
He needs to be a little
thing.
more selfish. I wouldn't even say evil, but selfish.
Yeah. He needs to be a little more, like, considerate. He needs to value his safety, and his safety is number one priority.
Yeah, like, him, Miles, MJ, and May, when she was around, should have been, like, the only things that mattered. Like, fuck Black Cat. You don't have to save her. You don't have to save her. But, like, even in, like, the first game, when you go after the feast center because it's getting raided by the inmates, like, if my mom was in that feast center, I'd be like, all right, gloves are off. I would just be walking up to these guys going, just popping heads off, like, you're attacking my mom.
I'm fucking Spider-Man. I'm coming in here, and they're gonna go, oh shit, it's Spider-Man. He doesn't kill people. It's not a threat. I would hit one of these guys directly in the liver with such ferocity that it ruptures immediately, killing them instantly.
Yeah, you do the web attack where he pulls their gun away.
every time he's like, he came in, he wasn't even telling jokes. He webbed my face, and I almost suffocated to death, and he was laughing.
They're like, oh, it's the bug, get him, and he's just walking straight towards him head on, not even talking.
He wasn't even running. I went to shoot him, and he backflipped out of the way.
Yeah, but no, imagine, for that part of the game, you web yank the gun, and they're like, oh no, he took my gun, and then you aim it at them, and he starts shooting.
You web the gun away. And by the way, who the fuck is supplying these generic thugs with weapons? Why am I fighting a dude committing a robbery, but he's got a fucking rocket launcher? How does that make any sense?
A couple of them.
How are we fighting a dude with a rocket launcher in New York City? How do you get a rocket launcher in New York City?
Yeah,
how did he do that?
He assembled it. It was in a bunch of suitcases. He just fucking Legoed it together.
Where did he get that, bro? That's military equipment.
Yeah. And it's like a lock-on one, too.
Like,
not even a regular one.
But it goes to show, I think the American people need a Spider-Man who's like pulls no punches, man.
Yeah.
Not a Spider-Man who gets to that point. A Spider-Man who starts at that point.
Yeah, like give him the powers, but give it to like a crackhead.
Give it to someone like, what's a good comparison? If Spider-Man was a little more like Deadpool, but I kind of like the aspect of him being like brooding, kind of like Batman.
Well, I was gonna say Batman with Spider-Man's powers would be the like crossover.
If
Batman just doesn't,
because Batman doesn't have superpowers. He's just a dude.
Think of what he does to people with just dude powers.
If we got a Bruce Wayne with Spider-Man powers, and he's just this brooding, fucking like emo, something's in my ass kind of guy, and then we made him just a tinge more willing to kill people.
I think just having the powers could be enough for Bruce Wayne, technically. Because I think about it, in the games and shit, he's never really adverse to, like, snapping people's fucking legs and shit.
True, yeah.
Give him the ability to do that with, like, his pinky finger, and he might accidentally just punch a hole through someone's chest. Like,
he
yeah.
has, like, a real quick story arc. You didn't see season 2 of Invincible, did you?
I didn't, but you can spoil it. I'm not.
He has the fucking "I thought you were stronger" moment for like 2 seconds, where Invincible at the end of the season he kills a guy, and he's like, "I thought you were stronger," and he has this like breakdown.
Oh, because it was an accidental thing.
Yeah, because the guy was threatening his mom.
That's what Spider-Man should do. Like, that's what I'm saying.
He beat the fucking brakes off the guy. And then he has this break. He's like, "I thought you were stronger." And then I want that moment with Batman, with Spider-Man's powers. He has that moment once and then goes, "I thought you were stronger, but I'm better." And he's like a little bit of a Homelander moment where he thinks he's better but doesn't lean fully into the complex, the God complex. We're talking about a very interesting sort of character here.
Yeah.
He's objectively fucking killing people. The Joker springs out of Arkham Asylum. He springs out of Arkham Asylum. Batman shows up behind him before he even gets to the gate and cuts his throat. Like,
the Joker's like, "I have this bomb in my hand." He fucking webs it and then snaps his neck off.
"I got this bomb, Batman." And he webs it away. And he still has Batman powers, obviously. This is like every fucking 7-year-old making up.
It is.
He's the Spider-Man. It's Bruce Wayne, but he's got Spider-Man powers. But he also has a Batman stuff too.
He can drive the Batmobile.
And he drive the Batmobile, and he's got batarangs. So when Joker comes out of the Arkham Asylum, and he's got the bomb, he's gonna blow up Arkham Asylum. And Batman uses his new web shooters, to get the bomb away from fucking Joker. And then he throws a batarang, and then Goku and Vegeta are there.
And they have gay sets.
and also the Power Rangers, they're there too.
And SpongeBob shows
up. Optimus Prime. And SpongeBob.
SpongeBob shows up.
SpongeBob's there too. And I'm trying to think of
Danny Phantom.
I'm trying to think of more dumbass characters we could add.
The Teletubbies.
Jimmy Neutron's there too.
Yeah. And then they team up and fight Thanos.
And then they team up and they fight Thanos and my 3rd grade teacher.
Because he was a dick.
She's a bitch, man.
Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know. I think Batman's character blueprint with Spider-Man's powers would be kind of sick.
Yeah, we need a dark... I think... And this is maybe indicative of the times we're in, media-wise, where everything has like a dark and brooding character. I like dark and brooding characters.
If done well, I think they can be awesome.
Because I'll see someone like who's real, like, I do think, Bruce Wayne in the most recent Batman movie was like, I think a pretty good brooding character.
Yeah, I think he just looked stupid, but yeah.
He's just like me. I do this.
Yeah.
I sit atop buildings and monologue sometimes. Obviously.
As one does.
It's October 31st, Halloween night. The city needs me. I am justice. But he's also got the Spider-Man powers, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Batman combo.
Dude, he does like a wicked wide sort of pendulum swing, releases at the top, and then glides in. And as he glides in, right, he goes to do the fucking glide kick from the Arkham games, but he has
webs it, dude.
He's got spiky cleats, dude, and he just fucking impales straight through someone's chest cavity. And fuck it, yeah, he webs in and just yanks, just like Mach 10 straight through someone's chest.
He goes and he's gliding down, and he curls into the kick with the spiky cleats on. Web pulls himself. There's a sonic boom because he goes so fucking fast. He's going 800 miles an hour through this guy.
He lands on the person's chest. Their legs stay there, and he slides with their torso. It's like a meat crayon.
Slides with their torso, and then does a kickflip with their torso.
That's in fucking Saints Row 3, by the way, or 4 rather.
But the that's another thing that I like about certain superhero media now. especially Invincible does this, and The Boys does this, where when a character goes faster than the speed of sound, there's a sonic boom. Like when fucking Omni-Man flies away, he's going faster than sound, and he sonic booms away.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat. I'm a fan of a big sonic boom, you know?
I like a sonic boom.
Every now and again.
You know.
Happens. But, yeah, I don't know. I think that would be fucking awesome. So.
I think that would be pretty cool. Get on it. Make it right now.
Someone with the budget, time, passion, and also skill. Make it.
I think we should just start writing scripts and then not mailing them to places, leaving them on the doorstep of like studio executives.
Yeah.
It's like this superhero. He's this brooding guy, and he's really stealthy. He's very roguish, and then it's us delivering the script in superhero costumes. We rappel down, and we climb up. We go ding dong, and we climb back up the thing, and we're on their roof as they look out, and there's a script on the doorstep. This is shit, and then we just stand down and kill them.
And then they shut the door, and we drop down and knock on the door. Like, hey, fucker! Hey, asshole!
Knock on the door again. He opens the door, and he expects to see another script, and I go, "Hey, Chuckle Nuts!" Bonk with a fucking bat. Hey, fucker! Vibe check. Bam!
The news is like 10 studio execs were killed last night.
After saying a script showed up at their door, and they proclaimed loudly that it was terrible.
A man with a huge spider hog ascended.
A guy in a Spider-Man costume and another guy in a Spider-Man costume that definitely didn't fit him. When caught, the suspect claimed it was the only size they had. One size fits all is bullshit.
Yeah. That's fair. Oh, my face hurts, man. Fuck.
How do we... Every time we have nothing to go on, and it devolves into this. What was our last one? The Jack the Ripper one?
Yeah. Yeah.
That bit is... So it didn't make it into the episode, but what it evolved into afterwards was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Just a guy with this like deep psychosis of just him going, I have to kill Jack the Ripper. I have to. This is a callback to I think a couple episodes ago where we kind of morphed the new Life is Strange game into a fucking Jack the Ripper. Yeah. Like 18th century
murder
mystery where Max is like, Max is trying to like move through time to the 1800s to fight Jack the Ripper because he's teamed up with Mr. Jefferson.
Yeah.
From the first game, who I think dies in the first game.
He does, yeah.
He teams up with Mr. Jefferson in an alternate timeline.
Of course.
And she has to... And it's a noir detective thing where she has to kill Jack the Ripper.
And I think we introduced John Freak into it, too, from the even further back episodes.
Oh yeah. Well, afterwards, we stopped recording, we talked about John Freak, which was another callback to an older episode where I said, imagine if instead of John Wick, he was called John Freak.
He was covered in baby oil.
He was oiled up.
And he was naked, too. Wasn't that the big thing?
Something like that.
And he just slid around killing people.
John Freak, Jack the Ripper, and Mr. Jefferson from the first game. It's just a mythical creature that we made up, a mythical serial killer that someone else made up, and just a photography teacher who had like a bit of a sick habit of killing people.
Yeah. Taking pictures of their corpses and shit. I mean, it's for a banger, honestly.
And then it all teams up where they fight Bat Spider-Man.
And then, of course, the game ends with Matt's going, Life sure is strange.
Life is strange. Bam! and it loads the credits.
Yeah.
And it's what's the best closing credits song we could use after that name
I was gonna
drop?
say the Batman. Just that the whole time.
We use like Master of Puppets. Life really is strange.
I was gonna say something's in my ass.
Oh yeah, because I feel like Nirvana has been used a couple of times. We get like something's in the way or heart-shaped box or something.
What's that one?
Is it?
That sounds familiar. Yeah. I think something like that would be a good thematic fit.
We get and then heart-shaped box kicks in. It'll be like the ending monologue that happens in the first Alan Wake game. I'm sure that happens in the second one.
Yeah.
Where he's like, it's not a lake. What does he say? It's not a lake. It's an ocean or some shit like that. Life is strange.
Yeah. Alan Wake 2 has the dumbest ending, dude. Makes me mad. You have to remind me of that, man.
What other creepy critters have we come up with?
I think that's it for creepy critters for now.
I feel like we're building quite a pantheon of.
We're gonna make it like a God of War game with one of the creatures. We'll pick our favorite, and the other ones will be the pantheon that he has to eliminate.
Yeah, we got villains: John Freak, Jack the Ripper,
Jefferson,
Mr. Jefferson.
He's just a guy.
Just a dude. Again, just a guy. Bat Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And you play as Maxine Caulfield. Just a woman.
Who can control time. That's about it.
Who can control time. And she has to go on this God of War style quest. Where she kills these creatures. Where she kills these people. And it could be like Far Cry 5, where like there's the different areas controlled by the different siblings have like different effects and different gameplay. So like in Far Cry 5, when you go into Faith's area, she has the fucking
Not high as fuck.
She has that whatever drug that she gives people.
Yeah. So you hallucinate.
Yeah, so you like hallucinate. So that'll be the Jack the Ripper section of the game. Where I have to kill Jack the Ripper. I have to kill him.
When you get to John Freet's area, you can't drive because it's so oily. You have to just crawl.
You can only walk through that area because it's so slippery.
Yeah, it's just an oil slick.
And it's the final confrontation is she tries to grab him a few times, but he's so slippery that he's able to wriggle out of her grasp.
Yeah.
It's over, John Freak. We got you cornered. And he morphs into the wall, like the wall's covered in oil, and he turns into oil and slides up the wall. Like fucking, the fucking Splatoon kids where they could go through the paint. He goes through.
He does that, and then you gotta find his eyes like in the wall and shoot him. It's the only way to get him.
John Freak, it's over. And I want her to talk. I want her to sound like Max, but she speaks in the cadence and accent of like a like one of those noir detectives, or like a cop from Philly or something.
Yeah.
It's over, John Freak. Put him up, pal.
And then he slinks away.
He slinks away. He morphs into the wall, and he slides away in the oil.
Yeah.
We got him. We had him. We were this close.
And then, no, that's what her partner says. And then she's the matter. She says, you were never close to begin with.
We were never close. The bastard outsmarted us again. God damn you, John Freak!
And then the next chapter is like, how are we ever going to find him? There's just a very obvious oil slick.
Just oil slick moving through the ground. And she has like this eureka moment where she's looking at the sighting pictures of John Freak's oil slick, and she's like, "Oh, I see." And it's just it's a corkboard with all these like lines drawn between it, like there's red thread between everything, and then in the center it just says it's a note that says "oil flammable?
She goes, wait a minute, lights a match.
Wait a second. And she goes out with an oxyacetylene torch and just... And John Freak burns to death violently in front of a crowd of people.
I like to think it's like a 30-second scene. I picture them on this like this road. They light the oil and it's just going down like a trail, and they're just like, hang on a minute, and it's 30 seconds of silence looking at the horizon of the city, and all of a sudden a building blows up and he's dead. He was inside.
Freak is dead. Along with, and it's like a children's hospital too. Every single person who was in that hospital, including John Freak and all the kids, dead.
He was visiting like his sick daughter or something.
Who has like stage 4 lung cancer or something. She's like, Dad, why don't you come visit me more? And then a trail of fire comes up.
He goes, oh no.
And again, we back to the fucking Sam Raimi Spider-Man. He goes, oh. And the fucking building blows up.
Oh my god.
Or he does like a Gus Fring sort of, oh, he blows up.
That's exactly what I pictured. Oh my god.
John Freak's return. I'm telling you, man. We gotta get writing, man.
I know.
We turned in a script for Detective Maxine Caulfield fighting John Freak.
That's just Act 1.
That's like that'll be like our Rogues Gallery or our like Sinister
Six.
Six.
I was gonna say we won away from a Sinister Six because you counted 5 when you were saying it. We had John Freak, we had Jack the Ripper, we had Spider, Batman, and then there was one more you had said
Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Jefferson.
And then
you counted Matt's as 5, so we have 4.
So we have 4. This will be a call forward. We're doing callbacks. This is a call forward. Bigfoot will be on. You'll find out what that means in 2 weeks. Bigfoot will be on.
Yeah.
He'll be our 5th of our Sinister Six.
There we go. And then we just have to think of a really strong 6th one.
What's a really strong 6th one? Man.
What's like a popular IP, like a John Wick, that we can just make stupid as fuck? Something that's so popular right now.
6 is, again, just SpongeBob.
It's just normal. He's like, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Normal Bob?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yep.
Man, we'll have to come up with a strong 6th one.
It's gonna have to probably
Sinister
come
Six.
naturally. It'll come naturally eventually.
But fucking Bigfoot is our 5th. And I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I think again an arc where this noir detective fights Bigfoot would be really fun. Because I imagine all of these realistically could take place in a city aside from the Bigfoot one, unless Bigfoot is like, she's like, God damn it, Bigfoot has sprung prison again, and it's just an ape, it's a creature. Oh shit, Bigfoot's running down 5th Avenue. We got a police helicopter tracking Bigfoot.
And he's just doing big ass strides.
And he's blurry.
He's just,
He's blurry.
He's like a fucking cryptid. He's a blur.
Yeah, because all footage of Bigfoot's blurry as fuck. He himself he just looks like that.
He looks like he has a mosaic on.
He is low res. God damn you, Bigfoot. We'll get you next time.
I'm waiting for
She's on a roof with a sniper rifle. She's got like an old wooden stock, like a 308 deer rifle. She's like, permission to take the shot? Hold the shot. I don't take orders.
After she just asked.
Misses the shot by a mile. Just kills a dog or something.
Dude, that's where John Freak comes in. She kills his daughter by accident. That's what it was.
She accidentally snipes
his daughter was a hallucination.
Horrifically sick daughter.
Yeah, she was a hallucination. She was getting better. She got sniped.
It's like she's holding hands like John Freak and his daughter. They're holding hands as they're walking down the street, and he's like, "Man, I'm so glad that you're feeling better this time, and you were able to get out of the hospital for a little bit." Boom!
A 50 BMG
Boom! Right through the skull.
I'm just picturing center mass, and he's still holding her upper half. Like, what the fuck?
It's center mass, and he just has
Her arm and shoulders.
arm and like a couple of ribs. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I gotta find who did this.
That's when he gets obsessed with how slippery the blood was or something, and that's where
I got an idea. And it cuts to him like injecting himself with oil.
he secretes it.
He injects himself with oil so much that his body starts secreting oil. So maybe that's part of his weakness is he has to eat like a really high fat diet so that he's always secreting oil.
So Max leads him somewhere where there's only Whole Foods. And he's fucked.
Max leads him to fucking, I don't know, Seattle. There's only like fucking Whole Foods and Starbucks. Oh no, where am I gonna get my oil? Oh my oil.
There's a scene where he's like crawling away from her.
My lipids! I need my lipids!
She's crawling away, or he's crawling away from her. She's walking after him, like loading a revolver, and he just goes, "I'm all out of strength. I have one last trick up my sleeve," and he just pulls out a piece of lard and eats it.
He sucks back a little piece of butter, or he's crawling. He's crawling for like there's a bottle of olive oil on the ground. He's crawling for. He reaches for it, and Max steps on like his ankle as he's crawling away. No. He turns around and looks at her. He goes, "You got me. You got me pretty good." Bam! Boom!
I like the idea of she doesn't give a fuck. He's like monologuing like every villain. He's like, "I can't believe it came to," and mid-sentence just boom.
I can't believe I let myself get caught like boom.
Chris.
Boom!
I got it. That's the sixth one. Ducky.
Ducky's
the sixth one. Ducky.
That could be another like fucking psychosomatic illness that she gets. Ducky. I'm gonna save her family, Ducky.
Dude, that's it. Ducky, it is.
Ducky.
Man.
There's a chapter of the game called Detective versus Ducky.
Yeah. D versus D.
We've gotten a lead on the suspicious character known only as Ducky. My God, it's just a little duck walking through the store, and she takes off her sunglasses. My God, that's the bastard right there.
That's the most sinister looking duck ever.
She just draws a gun on him and starts shooting at this duckling, and he's bulletproof.
Canonically, she has terrible aim.
Canonically, she has terrible aim, so she's killing innocent people in this store. And when a round finally does hit Ducky, it bounces off and then kills someone else.
That's what it is. His feathers are so dense.
He's comically strong.
Yeah.
When he notices that the bullet hits him, he turns around. And he's able, with his fucking little duckling wing, to pick her up and slam her on the ground.
Like Otto in the first Spider-Man game. He's tossing him around. Max is like, I thought I had that one.
My fucking ribs. Oh, my bones.
Ducky and her talk the same in that. Ducky. That sort of vibe. It turns out it was just her the whole time.
Ducky, you fucking broke all my ribs, Ducky.
I can't breathe.
And then we find out that's what's so sinister about Ducky is that Ducky was never real. It was her the whole time.
Yeah. CCTV catches her and they're like, what the fuck?
Catches her. And it's like when Patrick gets beat up by nobody. She's slamming herself on the ground in a manner that should be impossible.
Giving herself a wedgie and shit.
And then she's like spitting out blood and she's punching herself.
It's a fucking frame for frame recreation of the Patrick. Yeah. He's spinning himself in the air. Throws himself and explodes. More innocent die. Oh man. We got it.
She finally sees the footage and goes, I was Ducky. the whole time.
She wants to kill herself and she's invincible. It's like, wait a minute.
Bullet bounces off.
So that was real?
That was real. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And she has to go on the run. She's this invincible duck deity, perhaps.
Man, I am fucking...
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
We gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here.
Ducky, Ducky, you gotta list the platforms, Ducky.
So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, and Pocket Cast. YouTube Music is the new Google Podcast. I just haven't changed the intro. And as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts again, but still YouTube Music. And you can contact us, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. That's all I got.
You can contact us at Synapse Misfire at pm.me.
Send us your comments,
questions, concerns, death threats,
and
leads on Bigfoot and Jack the Ripper.
And Ducky.
We have another episode we have to record.
Yeah.